We're gonna call this guy Stanley, because I don't know what he's doing here. This is what happens when you and your best friend get into the wine on Boxing Day and then decide that you need more face framing layers. Yeah, so I'm here today with a wrap-up of my favorite beauty products from 2013. Yay! Well, I guess maybe not yay that the year just flew by, but yay, we get to talk about makeup. So excited. First, I have to mention this because this has been a favorite since October, and I love it so much. I cannot see myself trying a different cleanser in the future because this is just the bomb. This is the Toleraine Dermo Cleanser Makeup Removal Fluid for face and eyes for all types of intolerant skin from La Roche-Posay. And it looks like that. It takes off all of my makeup. It cleanses my face. It does everything in one step. So I don't have to, if I have like a lot of heavy eye makeup on, I can go back in with like an eye makeup remover just to make sure that it's all cleaned up. But for the most part, everyday makeup, just one step. It's non-irritating. It never leaves my skin feeling red or irritated or, you know, tight or dry or anything. It's a really great cleanser for those of us who have sensitive skin or, you know, dry skin. It's just really great. I've got two primers to talk about. And the reason why I have two is one's for, you know, when your skin's normal, and then one's for when your skin is dry. The first stop is the Clarins Beauty Flash Balm. And I was able to cash in some Sephora points to get this nice kind of luxury size sample. It's 15 mils. And this is really good. It says that it brightens and tightens, so it just kind of makes my face feel really smooth, and it really does help my makeup last longer. I wouldn't say that it's necessarily mattifying, but if you did have combination or oily skin, I think you would find that it would take care of oil for you. So I can't use this when my skin is really dry. Then I purchased in the fall the MAC strobe cream, and this is really nice. This is highly illuminating. You can use it just as a cream to highlight the high points of your face, or what I do is I use it all over my face underneath my foundation, and it's such a nice glow without making me look shimmery. It's just such a wonderful pearl finish, and it gives such a great shine. And I find I'm very pale, but I don't find that it gives me like a white cast to my face or anything. It's so nice. I love it a lot. A foundation that I totally loved for, you know, like this is a repurchase, and I never do that with foundation. I actually went through several bottles of this throughout the year. This is the Revlon Nearly Naked. I love this stuff. To me, this is the perfect foundation. The only time I can't really, I'm having trouble wearing it right now because my skin is just so dry. I'm having trouble wearing anything right now because of how dry my skin is. But for the most part, this offered me the best kind of natural looking finish. It never sat on top of my skin. It always blended in really well and looked completely natural. It's like a kind of a light to medium coverage, which I like because I'd rather have my imperfections show through than look like I have a lot of makeup caked on. But I really love this. I vary between color 120 Vanilla, and this is 130 Shell. This is what I had to go to in the summer when I was a little bit darker. But for the majority of the year, I'm 120. So this stuff is great, and it's $10 at the drugstore. It's fabulous. Okay, I've got two concealers, one from the start of the year and the other kind of from the end of the year, and they both came to me after watching Glam Life Guru videos. I trust Tati's recommendations as far as concealer goes. Every time I've tried a concealer that she likes, I've really liked it as well. So the first up is the Maybelline Fit Me concealer. They just glide on really smoothly, gives nice coverage, nice staying power, and it never cakes, never creases, and never clings to dry patches. It is the NYC Smooth Skin Liquid Concealer. This stuff is amazing again. And it's got kind of like really nice coverage. Not too heavy, but not too thin. You know, some liquid concealers, you put them on and they disappear. What's the point? But I've been so happy with these concealers, thanks to Tati. And I like saying her name because it's cute and fun. Okay, Next up, we've got some cheek and face products. I'm going to start with my bronzers and my highlighters. So the three products that stood out to me for the year was the Sonia Kashuk Undetectable Cream Bronzer. This one's in Warm Tan, and this is one of those cream-based products. It's a little on the like dark peach side, but I like kind of peachy colored bronzers because they work really well with my skin tone. They're not too orangey or too, brown or muddy. And wear it on its own. It's very light and almost undetectable when you wear it on its own. Or you can use it underneath a powder bronzer, and it just helps the bronzer last longer. And the powdered bronzer that I loved in 2013, the Sun Club Matte Bronzer from Essence, and the shade I have is an 01 Natural, and this was the blonde. So they had blondes and brunettes. Brunettes was quite a bit darker. This blondes is perfect for us fair-skinned girls. Just a nice light peach. This is completely matte. It's very soft and buildable and just gives the right amount of, color to the skin, and I really love that. And the price point was amazing on this. It's like $4 for a great big huge tub like that. Then, my favorite highlighter of 2013 has to be Soft and Gentle from MAC. It's just gorgeous. It's like a kind of a champagne-y, peachy, very light, peachy, champagne-y, I don't know. I can't even describe it. All I know is that it's delicious, and I love it so much, and you can't see it on my hand, but it offers the prettiest highlight. Again, just nice polish and sheen as opposed to glitter, and it's one of those products that's totally worth the money. I don't mind spending a little bit more on something that is really great like that. One blush product that really stood out to me this year, as you can tell because I have like 4 of them, is the Essence Silky Touch Blush. And these, again, from Essence, really inexpensive, around the $2 to $3 mark. Very cheap, very, like totally affordable. Let me show you my favorite one, though. This is Natural Beauty, number 40. And it's more of a kind of mauvey shade, but it's a neutral shade. So again, on those days where I'm really pale, it works as, it can actually work as a, what's the word I'm looking for? Bronzer. It also offers a really nice kind of neutral blush shade for when you don't want it competing with your eyeshadow or anything like that. I'm just going to mention it really briefly because it came in at the very end of the year, but I cannot mention it. It's the Naked 3 palette from Urban Decay. I just think that this is absolutely the best palette I've ever owned. I think it's beautiful. I talk about it. I think I talked about it in my December favorites, and I've also done a full review on it, so I'm not going to say anything else about it except I love it. I had to mention it because it was like probably my favorite new product of 2013. Other standout products have to be the Rimmel Scandalize Waterproof Cold Kajal pencils, and the two that I have are Taupe and Nude. Well, this taupe is just a beautiful taupe, nice and matte. And I use this exclusively in the summer when I wanted definition and shadow around my lash line, but I didn't want to have a heavy eyeliner look. This is perfect for that. And then Nude is great for, I didn't use this as much as I thought I would, but you use it in your waterline and it just kind of makes your eyes look a little bit wider and makes you look a little bit more awake. It's just one of those things that I just never really reached for it, but I love having it. And they're creamy, they're long wearing, they're fabulous. Okay, I have one mascara to talk about, and it's the Clump Crusher from CoverGirl. This is just my ultimate holy grail mascara, and I love it. I can't even remember how many of these I bought over the year, probably 3, because I just use it until there was literally none left in the tube. It's just great. It's got this kind of unusual brush on it where it kind of looks like a little crescent, and this really helps to kind of lift your lashes. It's just amazing at lifting, defining, separating, and volumizing your lashes. It gives me all of that, and the best part is it never irritated my eyes at all, and I never ended up with mascara underneath my eyes. Even waterproof mascaras I find can smudge underneath my eyes for some reason, but I think it might be because my eyes water a lot, but this was just great, and I just used it. I tried using other mascaras. I tried using expensive mascaras. I tried using cheaper other drugstore mascaras, and this one, I always just kept going back to it and neglecting my other ones. So it's my ultimate favorite mascara of 2013 and of all time. That's saying a lot. It was kind of a big year for me for lipsticks this year. I found, well, two brands that really stood out to me the most that I kind of really got into. These little Revlon Super Lustrous lipsticks. Never been a buyer of Revlon lipsticks like the original lipsticks before, but they came out in the summer with this shine finish line, and there was 12 shades in the line, and I just fell in love. And I have 4 of them, but one of them is missing. Okay, so I found it. So this is Pink Cognito, and it's the prettiest nude pink. Very, very sheer. So what I loved about these is that they're, you know, they're lipsticks, but they were really shiny and sheer, and that's kind of the formula that I've really gotten into. So it's just the prettiest, where is it? Here it is. So it's a nice nude, but it's a pinky nude, which I really like. Then I had Pink Sizzle. Pink Sizzle was the first one that I bought, and I bought it in the summer because it's such a pretty corally pink shade. But again, not too in your face, just really easy to wear. Then I have Kissable Pink, which is a really pretty kind of bright pink. And that's it there. And Berry Couture, which was kind of a purplish shade that I bought. That's it down at the bottom. Really pretty. I went a little bit crazy for Essence lipsticks because they came out with a new shade range, and I just fell in love with all of them. I'm not going to show them all to you, but I'll pick out a couple of my favorites. But these are really great. Again, creamy, moisturizing, and they all tend to have a little bit of shimmer in them. So I really love that because it kind of bounces the light around without being like too glittery. Just really nice. Again, makes them light and wearable and not too obvious. But if you want like a full-on opaque lip, they're not for you. The one that got me started was this one. This is Sparkling Miracle. And I've mentioned before, it looked like a frosty purple, and I was like, there's no way this is going to look good. But when you swatch it, it's a really pretty berry color, and it's just so nice, and it's got just a nice subtle shimmer in it. Really pretty. But they do have some creamy shades. This one's Creamy Nude, which is a really nice mauvey nude. No shimmer in this one. It's just nice and creamy. Yeah, so I just love the color range. I think I have all of them now. And the price point's amazing. They're $2. And they're just super. This is probably the standout product because it got me the most excited. Jumbo lip pencils were huge this year. And of all of the ones that I've tried, I think the Revlon Kissable Lip Balm Stains were my least favorite, and these were my most favorite. So first up are the ones from e.l.f. And you can get these at Target in the States, or you can get them from the website. And the 2 shades that I really liked are these 2. And I had a red one too, but I don't know where it is. This is Flirty and Girly, just a really pretty shimmery fuchsia shade. Now we're getting awkward. That's it right there. And then we have Pink Umbrellas, which is just kind of a nice peachy pink. And that's it right there. So again, just twist up type, moisturizing, sheer, not too glossy on these ones, which is nice because they had a little bit more staying power. Then I really like the Jordana Twist and Shines. The first one that I got was Cranberry Crush, which is this really pretty. I'm going to have to switch hands now. Just nice creamy formula on these, really high shine. And you can get these at Walgreens for $3. And then my 2 latest ones that I really love. This is Nude Chic, which is a really nice mauvey nude, which I like because it's not too brown or too peachy. And then Honey Love, which is a really nice rosy mauvey shade right there. So these are really nice. Creamier. than the e.l.f. ones, but just, you know, different. The standout nail polish of the year for me were the Rimmel Salon Pro with Lycra polishes that came out. Now, I'm not sure about availability yet. They're available here in Canada at Shoppers Drug Mart, where they have the beauty boutiques, because they have a little bit higher end. So these are a little bit more expensive. They're $7, but they're fantastic. The Lycra in them makes them last forever. And Kate Moss designed 10 shades for the line, and then they have ones that are just like the regular ones, not designed by Kate Moss. So the only complaint I have is the color range is not the greatest. There's only about 12 available here in Canada, but there's almost 30 in the entire line if you can get them from the UK. They're just so shiny and they go on really well. You can almost get away with one coat. Like if you were really careful doing one coat, you could get away with it. I do too. And all I have is like a drying top coat on over top. So if you can find those, I highly recommend them because they're just fantastic. They're probably my favorite formula from the drugstore. You can't beat it. I think it's fantastic. Then to get them off, a product that really stood out for me in 2013 is the Sephora Instant Nail Polish Remover. So it's the one in the little pot. It is pricey. It's $12 for this little pot, but it's just great. So it's really instant. Like you put your finger in. I won't do it because I just did my nails, so I don't want to take my nail polish off yet. But it's got a little black sponge inside, and it's totally soaked with remover. And it's different from those big, you know, quick off pots that you get because the sponge is just a different texture. And as you use it, the sponge kind of breaks down. So you know it's time to replace it when the sponge starts falling apart. But it's just super. Like 1, 2, 3, all your nail polish is gone. And it doesn't dry out your cuticles or anything. It's really, really good. And then I'm going to finish with the topper that I've been talking about. I think I mentioned this in November and I mentioned it again in my December favorites. This is the I&M Out the Door, America's #1 super fast drying top coat for nails. I found mine at Winners. Apparently you can get it in the States at like Fred Meyer or other drugstores for $3. I found mine at Winners for $6 or $7. And it's just a really nice fast dry top coat. It's not as fast drying as Seche Vite, but it's less gloop. It's less gloopy and less thick than Seche Vite. This really helps, I feel, keep my nail polish on and chip free, and it's really great. So if you can see that anywhere, give it a try because it's great. Even if you have to pay $7 for it, it's cheaper than the Seche Vite, and it's really amazing, and it gives your nails a really nice high shine. There you go. Those are all my favorite makeup products from 2013. What a year it was, and I'm really excited about 2014. Happy New Year, everyone. I hope you're doing well, and we will see you in the next video. Bye!